We are back with Junk Mail Tuesday after Pink Radio has been in Seattle. I took a week off for a vacation week and we're back, and you're gonna have to tell us how your trip went, which can be twice for you because behind the curtain she told me this off stream. But how was your
Oh,
trip to Seattle?
it was good. It was a good trip. It was good. It was necessary, I think. Um,
Nice.
yeah.
I would imagine you felt good just
That's all
getting
you that's all you'll hear from me. I'm not very
that's it.
descriptive when I come to
That
those things.
That's all right. You got out, got to have a little vacation weekend, and you're back safe and sound. Uh, my week off, I just played a lot of games, focused on some self health, and I'm feeling 100 times better. So I think this episode's going to be a really good one. Um, Without further ado, we can get right into it. And if you are new here, you could put your questions for Junk Mail Tuesday down below if you want your questions read um, out loud here on the podcast. Also, she is Pink Radiohead. I'm Anthony Streams. We're both on Twitch. She is Pink Radiohead on Twitch. I'm Anthony Streams on Twitch. So you can check us out there. I'll put the links in the description. But right off the bat, so we got a few since you've been gone. You're gaining a little fan base here, which is getting insane because nobody sends me specific questions. But I think we got a couple for you here. Uh,
No way.
Within 2 weeks, we have quite a bit of questions. We won't get them all today, but we are doing a bonus episode that on Thursday will be live on Twitch. If you can't watch on Twitch, the episode will be out on Friday. But we're gonna play Dead by Daylight together. We'll both be live, so you can check in on either one of our streams, and we'll be playing Dead by Daylight and doing Junk Mail Tuesday. Well, except it won't be Tuesday; it'll just be Junk Mail. So we'll get some of the ones that are left over, and if you have one you want to add, you can jump into the chat and you can ask questions there. But we got a good one. Somebody wants
Oh,
me. Well, this is from Drake, who wants me to create a Pink Radiohead video game. So
oh.
I've been thinking about this because you weren't here the day this question came in, and I was like, oh, I got plenty of time to think about this. So here's what we got.
Okay. I'm ready.
Pink Radiohead is the main character of this video game, obviously. So we'll just call her Pink in the game. Pink has to go back into different eras through the time machine because instead of calling the Flash, who could just run into the past and all the different places and just do this, no, we need Pink to do this. So Pink has to get into the time machine to the different eras of the past, and she has to take on in a From Software like super Dark Soulsy type game. And you got like a
I
like
like
a
that.
yeah, yeah, you got like a robot with you. That's like your little sidekick that helps you like with your map, and he holds on to all your items, and shoots little lasers that you can use as a special ability. So you got like this robot with you, and you're just going back into the past and just fighting all of the controversial presidents of the past as main bosses.
Happy about that.
Yes, all the problematic presidents. They are like just like how in Elden Ring, how you had Caelid and you had Limgrave. You got all these different areas in the different past time zones that you got to go to, and one of the problematic presidents is going to be the main boss that you got to fight there. And you can get your collectibles, like you could get George Washington's wooden teeth as part of your armor, so you can upgrade your armor with George Washington's wooden teeth. You could get collectibles. You could get collectibles like
Like
uh
what?
oh, what do we got? Like Monica Lewinsky's dress. You could get Monica Lewinsky's dress as a collectible.
No. No.
It would be the greatest Dark Soulsy game ever. Like you could get different armor for you and for your robot. I keep looking like I have a robot here, but like your robot would be
Yeah,
with
like
you. Yeah, the
looking
one
at.
right here that y'all see. You get different armor for him, different loadouts, all kind of things. I think it would be the greatest game probably ever created.
That sounds very fun. I very much would like to go back in the past and fix a lot of stuff.
Yes. Please, please, please. It has to be done. It needs to be done so that like the future could be better than what it looks like today.
Yeah, I would get
Oh.
further, just not only the presidents, I would get further than that. But
Yes.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, the DLC, funny you say that the DLC
Yeah,
would
the
be
DLC.
the DLC, now that you brought us there, would be you having to save Abraham Lincoln from
Oh,
Oswald. Was that his name? Oswald? I think it was Oswald. That
don't ask me.
that ass-
I think it is. I think it is. Uh,
whoever that was that assassinated Abraham Lincoln, it is your job in the
yeah.
DLC to go in and stop that from happening. So good Abe could live a long, healthy life.
Mm.
What are your thoughts? What are your teas?
Well, I think it's really good. I hope the robots get shape for sure.
Hmm. Yeah,
Then that's all I care about. I hope that I can have like even I know it's very Dark Soulsy, but like can we have like a little bit of a steampunk element in the
yeah,
in like in the dress code?
I
That would
think
be
so.
really
Yes.
cool.
What if we made your
Yeah.
robot a cat?
Yeah.
Because you do like cats. It could be a
Yeah.
robotic
That's
cat. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm in.
Robotic cat for sure.
Yes, yes.
But
That
cat still exists. Actually, and the bonus, you could actually make cats presidents as well. You take
mm.
away the bad presidents and you put a cat instead.
You know what? I think you've made this game 10 times better. I don't know how Elden Ring can ever compete with this. What is Tears of the Kingdom? It's not this.
Nada, nada.
It's not this. Okay. There we go. There you go, Drake. We have made Pink Radiohead's game. I don't know what it's going to be called, but Retribution, maybe? I don't know. But it's something. I'm doing this kind of ghetto today. I wrote the questions down on a notepad because I was in a rush because I even though I was off last week, I procrastinated. So I didn't put them in my phone.
I mean, it's fine. Paper works.
There we go. Paper pen. Well, paper pen, just like when you go back into the old time to stop the presidents when no phones then.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
our next question is from C Tom, who asks, "Who is the coolest old person still living?"
Me.
Yep. Oh shit! Stop, because that makes me old too. uh, no, much older than us. Um.
Shoulder. My grandma.
Okay. Okay.
My grandma's like 95.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, they're both like 95 and 94. They're still living.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever met anybody in their 90s. Actually, I know for a fact I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody in my family who's made it past the 80s. Like, I don't think I know anybody who got to the 80s. But it's funny that we're on this topic now. I was just talking to a friend yesterday. So when we were like fresh out of school, we had our little group. We always went outside and sat on the bench outside, be like me, my brother, and like who knows, it could be anywhere from 3 to 4 other people. But one of my best friends, we always it was always us two out there for sure. And one of the other friends had little brothers, and the little brothers always want to be
Mhm.
around the big kids and all that kind of stuff. So they were always out there. We was always like throwing them in the ground or doing some wrestling move on them or something crazy. But I was just talking to my friend yesterday. He was like, "Yo, I seen so and so," and I was like, "Really?" I said, "Man, I bet he's so much bigger." He said, "Dude, he's having kids. Like he's a grown person." And I said, "Don't ever call and tell me nothing like that again, dude, because I feel so old right now."
I get you because it's the same for me. Like I remember kids that I used to look like kids, right? Like, oh, that's
Yes.
the younger kid, like they're my friend's brother, sister, or whatever, and all of a sudden they're married, they have kids, and I'm like
Yeah.
out here like
How?
I'm playing video games.
Yeah, he was just like, yeah, he's talking about going to the military, and I'm just like, oh my god, he was like not even in high school the last time I seen him. It's nuts. Uh, but anyways, off that tangent, I think I'm gonna go with Martha Stewart for the coolest old person.
Okay,
Martha
interesting.
Stewart, she went to jail. That was kind of cool. I mean, I'm never gonna go to jail, but it's stripes for that. Like,
What was it that she was in jail for?
what did it have something
For
to do with money
tax
or
evasion?
taxes or something? It sounds like,
Yeah,
yeah, she's
probably.
something like that.
Most people like
She went to jail. She has an OnlyFans, or did. I don't know if she's still
She
doing it.
does?
I think
That's cool.
yeah, she had like I think she stands like in the kitchen with an apron on and cooks like with no other clothes on. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. But I think like she wears an apron like covering the top, but I think her ass is just out in the back and she just cooks. I don't think I'm wrong in this. Oh, all right, let's do a quick Google search. This is gonna be a scary Google search, actually.
Yeah, I don't want to Google it.
You know what? I'll take the risk. Martha
Let's
Stewart.
see. 2 years of probation included 5 months of house arrest came after she was convicted of charges of conspiracy, obstruction of justice, and lying to investigators about a stock sale. Huh.
Yeah, that's when you got too much money out there.
I know, right?
Unless she did this. Okay, so it's not popping up. I wonder if she was making a joke because the picture's up. Maybe I'm wrong. The picture's up. And it says, looks like Martha Stewart has an OnlyFans now. This is from 2022. And the tweet has been suspended. But she was wearing exactly what I just said in the picture. So I don't know if
it seems like it might have been a joke. Martha Stewart poses in only an apron in viral video, and the fans are responding.
Yeah, okay. So it might have been like a joke, or she just took a photo and people made a joke out of it.
Oh, she did, huh? But not like, I think it was probably a joke, yeah. Like,
Okay.
she's definitely, she looks good.
Yeah, hey, you could take my $5.99. Martha Stewart's pretty cool. The fact, even if it's not real, the fact that she joked on that is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
What is this is separate, this is just coming from me, putting you on the spot.
Oh?
What is old to you? At what age?
Is old?
When you get to a certain age and up is old. What is it? What is that number?
I don't know. Because my parents are in their 60s, but I do not want to see them as old. Because I don't want them to be old.
Oh, I know. That's why I put this on you.
To grow old. Because I don't want them to grow old. I mean, I want them to grow old, but I want them to stay alive.
Right.
I would say, like, honestly, just seeing like what the new 60s look like, because I don't know if you've ever seen like videos are posed about kind of like the shows in the 80s and what a person in their 30s would look like in those shows. And it's insane to me. They look so much older.
Yeah,
and
they do.
Now I'm in my 30s and I look like I'm still in my 20s. Sorry, knocking on wood. I hope I do. But then the other day I said to someone, like, say I don't look it. Anyway. I think they are. I can tell, for example, looking at my parents, that there is a tiredness, right? Like, there's already like an exhaustion from like working, because they're still working on that stuff. But I don't consider them old. Sometimes I do see the age hidden them. So I think it's because they're coming close to their 65s. So I would say from 65 to 70, it's like kind of like when you start seeing it. I will say that I did start seeing like a lot of signs of aging when they were in their 50s, like past their mid 50s is when I saw like a jump, because they look very, very young, and all of a sudden like they aged, but they still don't even look their age, right? So I would say 70s, around 70s, like that's old.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. When we were younger, we used to say 30. We clowned on my sisters both so hard when they got to 30. And now that I'm 31, about to be 32, I'm just like, no, I'm not old. I got a little bit of time.
When I do know, like, because I for the longest, and to be honest, like, I still often feel like a kid when I go places. It's so weird. I don't get it. I still feel like a kid sometimes, and
I can relate.
It just strikes. It's really weird, because then a kid sees me and it's like, "Excuse me, ma'am," and I'm like,
"Yeah, yeah." I can relate. Yeah. I completely get it. It's funny that you brought up about the 70s and 80s, because we had a conversation about that not too long ago. Just talking about older basketball players, about how a basketball player in the 70s just had like the big afro and the goatee, and they just looked so old. And it was just like they were rookie year. They're probably like 19, 20 years old, and they looked like they were 42. But
I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
And yeah, but it also like 42. What is 42 now? Like now that I think of 42, I'm like, no, they're young. They're young.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That was so weird.
age.
I was just looking at my screen, completely off topic, and we're on Stream Elements, and I just got a follow from somebody. It just popped up on the screen. I'm like, who gave me a shout out or something to where somebody just randomly followed me, or I don't know where that came from. But okay, shout out to that
What's their
person.
name?
Oh God, you know how it is for us Twitch streamers. You look at a name, just like
Oh.
Zunach,
Oh,
Z
Sunak. Yeah.
Zunak.
That's funny because like yeah, that's one of my followers.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense of where
I
they
could
came from then.
follow
Okay.
a friend. Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, did
Follow
somebody just
a friend.
randomly
Yeah.
give me a shout out? Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, shout out to Zunak.
Shout out to Zunak. All right. Next we got Breed, who asks, who is the biggest music artist of all time?
Oof. That is rough.
It is. I try to look at it. In my mind, I always go Michael Jackson and Beyonce. Just because,
Beethoven.
huh?
Beethoven.
Beethoven. Well, I mean, technically, like even that name, we're laughing, but it's like if you ask somebody, they know who Beethoven is, and they know who Michael Jackson. Like I look at it like no matter who you ask, like even like if you talk about Drake, who's probably one of the most popular artists today, there's people you can ask that are probably in their 60s and 70s who'd be like, I don't know who that is, like, and you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
like
Well, you know, there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, Bad Bunny.
I like Bad Bunny.
No hate to Bad Bunny. I'm just not on that tribe.
No, my whole chat, they hate that I love Bad Bunny, but I can't
Ugh.
help it. I love Bad
I
Bunny.
don't hate him. I don't love him either. I think he's okay. I just don't understand the hype.
Yeah.
Like because it's not my type of music.
Mhm.
But I know that there right now, like there's gonna be people saying Bad Bunny, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because like it's literally like a cult at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, that I know that wasn't the question, but it's really hard for me to pick favorites or greatest or
Mhm.
better or best because like I feel like that's very subjective.
Yeah.
What is, Brie? Let us know which one you think is the best.
Well, I think
Or
by
the
biggest, I mean just the most
greatest, biggest.
famous, popular, which is still hard to answer because it's like I just keep going back to Beyonce, Michael Jackson. They're both fucking huge ass names. Elvis.
You can think so many things, like because depending
Yeah.
on like the genre too, right? Like there are bands that changed the game, right? Like because
Mhm.
you think about the Beatles, think about like the fandom, like how people went
Beatles.
crazy, like yeah. If you think about concept rock, then you think about Pink Floyd, right? And
Mhm.
their concept albums, and then uh but then at that time there were so many great artists too. Like you had Led Zeppelin, you had Pink Floyd, you had The Who, you had so many,
Mhm.
so many. Queen is amazing.
Hall
Ew.
and Oates, my favorite. Well, I guess that's not a band, but I mean, Hall and Oates was one of my favorites. I guess they probably wouldn't be in that list of like biggest artists ever.
When you think of like queens of pop, right? Like of course you can think Beyonce, but also if you go back,
Britney
think Madonna,
Spears.
Britney Spears,
Hmm.
so many of them, right?
Yeah,
Like uh
it's a lot. That's a really hard question to answer.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bree, we tried our best. just pick who you think is the biggest, and we'll ride with it. So the funny thing about Bad Bunny, though, that you said, how we were just talking about how every group
Back to Bad
of
Bunny.
yeah. Look, we have a whole podcast on Bad Bunny coming.
Oh no.
Breaking down
No.
every discography album that he has. No, he came into the WWE to wrestle for a while, and yeah. But the crazy thing was he was really good. So most of the time you get people who are just terrible actors. They don't know how to wrestle because they don't wrestle. He like legit took it seriously and was doing like flips off the thing, like off the turnbuckle, and like it was insane. Everybody was so shocked. But a large amount of wrestling fans had no idea who he was. So like,
Interesting.
yeah, the wrestling community on Twitter and everything else was kind of like complaining about it. Like, we don't know who this guy is. Like, I don't know who he is. And I was like, it's Bad Bunny. Nobody knows. And everybody's like, yo, he's like,
Benito! It's
yeah.
Benito!
But that goes to what we were saying about the biggest. Like, he's huge. I get, but there's like a group of people who don't know who he is. You know
Mm,
that. So I
yeah.
mean, I would disqualify him.
Yeah, I think he definitely like big on the Hispanic Latino
Mhm.
community and or Latin community. I'm sorry, I'm not all for like the Latin X because that's not Spanish.
Yeah.
But Latin should suffice. And I think that's same, but like he has brought a lot of awareness, but he's not the first one to do that. But I think he has definitely made it larger than others in the
Hmm.
sense of like his reach seems to be very like worldly, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that he's the biggest in the sense because like there I think if you think like back to the Grammys, like obviously Harry Styles um is way more
Yeah.
known
Yeah.
worldly than he is.
Hmm.
And I know there was beef among people who thought that Bad Bunny should have gotten that, but I think like that's dumb. Like I think they're both good artists, and I think Harry Styles is a genre that is a little bit more
Hmm.
worldwide. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was going with this, so I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll stop
No, it's
talking
okay.
now.
Yeah, we'll stop making you talk about Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And there's also Taylor Swift too. That's a whole nother thing,
Oh
but I mean,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
huge too. There you go. We gave you a lot of answers. That's what we do best. We never answer the question directly. We just give you a lot of options.
Hey.
You decide at home. All right, we got a Trey 409 who's brand new to asking questions. Who put this one into the Discord. So if you want to join our Discord, get at me and you can ask questions through there too. He says hits blunt. I've never smoked, so I don't really know how that goes. I would assume it just something like that. There you go. That's me hitting a blunt that I've never hit in real life. And then he asks, if you're stuck in the womb for 9 months, why isn't the baby 9 months old when it comes out?
Because it's not a baby on the first month. But I feel like this is gonna get very controversial, so I'm gonna shut up
Oh, I
now.
see where this can go. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I will say I'm with you. Okay, so God. All right, if
You're
it,
not a baby yet. You're forming. You're like it. I don't even know how many weeks it is once you're actually like alive, like actual
mhm,
human form. But you're not actually 9 months.
right.
You're not.
That's true. Is there a part in just me asking ignorantly as a male who knows nothing about giving birth? Is there a spot
Um,
like a point that the baby is a baby that it would count as like the baby's technically, so would the
there
age
is.
start there?
I wouldn't. Honestly, I don't think you would because at the end of the day, like you're still attached. I think you're a baby, right? Like at
Hmm.
some point, I don't know how many weeks. I'm sorry, I'm not good at that. Again, I've never
Yeah,
been pregnant. Also, I don't read a lot about pregnancy. My
I don't know
sister had a
anything about
baby.
this.
My sister had a baby, and I was the one to be there while she was in labor. And I was just like, because I
Yeah.
didn't know what the hell to do. I was just like, what do I do? What do I
Yeah,
do?
I get you.
Here, there,
I
there,
get you
there,
completely. Yeah.
there. But yeah, no, there is a point, and like when you are considered already like a baby, but also I know that there are many people that for them is subjective because
Hmm.
there are people that think they have a baby inside already at the moment that that thing is conceived. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call it the thing, but like the
Yeah, no,
life.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah. But yeah, there is a point. I don't know that it would count though, and what's a few months gonna make the difference? Why?
Yeah.
When would it make a difference? But isn't that the thing? Like in Japan, aren't you born like a year old already, or you're considered like a year? No, it's. I'm sorry, saying a lot of ignorant stuff. But I know that the way that they consider age was different than we do,
Yeah.
because I think the moment you turn one it's already the beginning of your second year in of life. I think that's the thing. So you're not one, but you're two. I'm like,
I'm trying to put it together in my head. I'm just like, I don't know what's happening.
My dad told me that once. Like, right, like you turn 30, but you're not 30 years old. You're starting your 31st year on life already.
Mhm.
That's what my dad told me once, and I'm like, no, don't say that.
No, I did. You know what? I told myself in my head when I seen this question yesterday, I told myself, whatever Pink Radiohead's answer is, I'm riding with that. So I'm cheating out on this one and I'm riding with her. I was not born a fool. I said I'm riding with whatever her answer is, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah. So see, a child is counted as 1 year old at birth, and every January 1st after that counts as a year older. This method of counting the age of a person is called kazuedoshi or kazue. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. Apologies. That was the traditional Japanese age system. So the child counted as 1 year old at birth, and every January 1st after that counts as a year older.
Oh wow. I wonder why you're already a year when you're born. I wonder.
Kazu kazuedoshi. I don't know how to
Hmm,
pronounce it.
yeah.
Kazudoshi. Anyway, that's what it says there.
You know what?
Was rendered but it was rendered obsolete by law in 1902 when Japan officially adopted the Western system, which is the one that we know here. You were
Okay.
born as a 0 years baby.
All right, all right. Well, you did good, and you're much braver than me, and thank you. That's why you're here, because
Oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled.
yes, yes. Well, I was about to make a joke on a couple times today. You probably got canceled, but I don't want to bring
Oh
attention
yeah?
to
Really? What did I say? Oh no.
it. No, no, no. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. No,
When I
I'm
didn't
kidding.
like Bad Bunny, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
Bad
get
Bunny
canceled.
thing. That's probably a big one. Tell us your thoughts on Taylor Swift again.
Taylor Swift is
um,
cool.
you like Taylor Swift? All right.
I don't know her music much, but I like her.
Yeah, I never listened to her music. I don't really know much about her, but she seems pretty cool. All right. Trey 409 has another question. That won't get us in trouble. You may not have the answer to this, but we can also just add on to the question because this would relate to you also, I believe. You are in Florida, no?
Ugh, yes.
Okay. Uh,
Thanks for the reminder.
well, I'm getting reminded too, so I'm right here with you. The question is, why is it so hot in Texas? um,
What are these questions? I don't know. Google it. What the heck?
so I will
Why is
say
it so hot?
it's been over 100 for almost 2 months here, like without getting under 100. And today it finally dropped to 89, and I was ready to just start playing Christmas music. So, um, Florida, I heard the water was so hot it was like boiling or something. Are y'all all right out there?
I mean, I'm inside with AC on, so I'm all
So
right.
you're good. Okay, as long as everybody's alive and
uh,
safe.
Here it says greenhouse gas emissions. See, a quick Google search or a quick Bing search can answer your question. The main reason why it is so hot is the greenhouse gas emissions caused by our burning of fossil fuels, which trap heat in our atmosphere. This has led to the hottest period for 125,000 years. Another factor is the heat dome, which is a lid of atmospheric pressure trapping the hot air over certain regions. I hope that answered your question. Please use Google. Thank you.
we we answered it. I couldn't tell you what that means, but but there's an answer. All right. Mailman has some questions for us. Mailman asks, would you rather have crab hands or fins for hands? I think I'm gonna go crab hands because I feel like you could still pick things up with crab hands.
Yeah, you could. I think so too. Because yeah, no.
Fins, you would just be a
Like
better swimmer. Yeah,
yeah,
there's
you would be a better swimmer, but like, how would you? Yeah, you would have to use your mouth.
that whole thing is great. That's thank you for that. Um, all right, so we're both gonna
I'm
go
just
crab hands. We got the whole swimming motion and how you would eat if you had fin hands. Um, what do you envision the world will look like in 2050? And my answer is fucked. What about you?
isn't it fucked already?
Yes. It's gonna be
Like,
worse. Will it still be here? Is the better question.
so I feel like these questions are gonna get us canceled in general.
You have something for this that could get us in trouble?
I mean, anything can get you in trouble, to be
Oh,
honest. But
true.
also, like, remember there are people that say that global warming is not a thing, right? So,
Oh
for
yeah, those people
example,
exist. Yeah.
if things don't change, right? If
Mhm.
nobody takes measures to change the world, the way that we're living, the way that we're consuming, utilizing, exploiting, 2050 is gonna look very grim. That's all
Yes.
I'm gonna say. So you think it's hot in Texas now?
Yes. Texas may not exist in 2050.
Who knows?
There you go. There you go. Mailman, I think the answer to the question is neither one of us have faith in 2050. So that's the answer to the question. I don't think any of us have faith in it.
Yeah.
And last one from Mailman. He wants to know, what is your earliest game memory? Um, I'll say for me, I remember living in Pasadena, Texas,
Hmm.
and we had a friend who had a Super Nintendo. Excuse me, was it a Super Nintendo or a? Oh, I would have to do a Google search. I know my memory's bad. It's either NES or Super Nintendo. But there was a game called Crazy Clown. All right, I'm gonna Google all this because I sound bad. But he also had a Cheetah Chester Cheetos, the Cheeto cat thingy. It had a video game on this system too, and we used to go over there and play it. So it was like the Cheeto from the tiger from the Cheeto bag. He had a video game on there that was a lot of fun. We used to go over there and play. The other game is called Kid Clown and Crazy Chase. A few 90s, yeah, that was a 90s video game. It was on the Super Nintendo. That's what it was. So yeah, the Super Nintendo. And no, anytime I bring this game up to anybody, they have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's called Kid Clown and Crazy Chase. And I think I'm the only person who's ever played it because nobody ever knows what I'm talking about when I. But I remember there
Kid
being like a
Lab
yeah, Kid Clown. It starts with a K. Kid Clown with a
and
K. Oh, Kid starts
and
with a K.
crazy
The
and
clown starts with a
crazy
K.
chase.
I don't know how to spell. The clown starts with a K in this game. But you would have this guy who tried another clown that tried to fight you or attack you or whatever. My memory's so bad with this stuff, but I just remember there being a bridge you could run across and set a bomb on the bridge, and it blows the bridge up so he can't follow you anymore. Like it was a lot of fun.
It looks fun.
It was a lot of fun. I used to love that game, and I need to find it and order it because I have a Super Nintendo, and I need to get that game back. But we would play
You
that.
know, hard. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that and that Cheeto game, and I believe Lion King was also on the Super Nintendo. We used to play the Lion King game at his house too. I think that was also on the Super Nintendo. We used to play that a lot. So yeah, that was my earliest memories. Is those two games for sure. The Kid Clown. I may have played stuff before that, but just from what my memory will remember is Kid Clown and Crazy Chase and Cheetos game.
Yeah, I those are pretty cool. Actually, I found the pictures or images of Kid Count and Crazy Chase. It looks interesting. I kind of want to play it. I honestly don't know which one. It's the same, right? It's like it's all jumbled. So I don't
Yeah,
know which one was first.
yeah.
I remember playing Doom on my dad's computer or watching my dad play it, but I also remember just like my cousins having a Nintendo. I don't know if it was again, I don't know if it was a Super Nintendo or the other one, but it was like the one that had like the gun that you can play the hunting the dogs and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And I remember the dog coming out. I never had one of those systems because what I had was a Genesis at home.
I remember
And then I
Genesis.
remember Ren and Stimpy and the Little Mermaid 2. I remember that a
Oh,
lot.
I played the Ren and
Uh,
Stimpy one.
yeah, and I think we've talked about it on this podcast
We
too.
have, we
The
have. That's
Ren,
right.
yeah. And I actually I remember I downloaded it because you can emulate it. Like you can actually download it at like old games archives and stuff like that because it's not sold anymore, so you can download it. Um, but like I don't know which one came first because also like there were a lot of educational games that my dad got me, but I don't know if that was later on or it was
Yeah,
before. I'm so
same,
confused. But
same,
yeah, I
same
feel
with
like
me.
all around the same time. I feel like.
Yeah, that's why. Because I was thinking about. Well, I used to play Mortal Kombat with them too, and I'm trying to remember if that was before I played those. I don't remember, but the Mortal Kombat thing and Street Fighter, I believe those two. But it's like you said, it's all jumbled up because they had a Sega Genesis too. So I probably played some Sonic games and stuff on that also. But just from what I can remember, I remember those two. But I'm with you; it's kind of just jumbled all in there.
Yeah.
So uh, there you go, my man. Thank you for the 3 questions. Skylar wants to know, what's your least favorite chore?
All of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine is cleaning the bathroom. I hate everything about getting on my hands and knees at my age and trying to clean a tub.
My age. You're exaggerating. Oh my god, yeah, I do hate that. I
Yeah,
hate cleaning the tub. It's so hard.
yeah,
I'm like, it's never clean
yeah,
enough.
yeah. I
Like
agree.
cleaning the walls, cleaning. Yeah,
Hmm.
you know what? I'm with you on that. Because like the toilet is easier because you have the brush and then you just use like the wipes and
Yeah.
that's easy. But it's like the tub is so freaking hard to clean, especially for somebody who has long hair too. You have long
Mhm.
hair too, right? Or did you
I
cut it?
used to. Yeah, I'd cut it off. I used to have really long hair.
Yeah, like all the hair product and stuff like that. Like it gets stuck on like
Hmm.
on the tub, so I have to scrub it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
I
lot.
hate tubs.
It's
Yeah.
probably the most scrubbing at anything you would have to clean is the bathtub.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, my knees get to hurting, and it's too much for me.
Just, you can put a towel on your knees, just
Yeah.
life hacks.
Yes. Where was that last time? Um,
Yeah.
I don't mind taking the trash out. It kind of sucks in the apartment I live in now because the dumpster is so far. So it's like, and it's so our apartments are built so awkward, but like it's like a hill you drive down. So when you're taking the
Oh
trash out,
no.
you're walking down the hill to take it down there. So I was like,
You're
every
not running up the hill, you're running up you're running
yes,
up the
thank you.
hill.
You beat me to the punch. There was a Kate Bush joke in there. You beat me to it. Great minds
Oops,
think alike.
sorry.
Great minds think alike. It's
Sorry.
all good. Uh, yeah. Other than that, I don't mind too much. Like dishes, I used to hate them, but I worked at like 2 restaurants, and I just kind of got used to them, so I don't mind them as much. Yeah, I'm sticking with bathroom. I think that's the worst for me.
Yeah, I honestly the dishes, I'm just putting them all like on the dishwasher.
Mhm. Same.
The other day I even put a pan in it. I'm like, this is peak laziness, but I don't
Yeah.
care. You're going in there too. I'm
Oh, that's
not
what I do.
scrubbing.
So we were just having this debate the other day amongst my friends about the dishwasher rule, and they believe you're supposed to like completely hand wash the dish and then put it in the dishwasher. And I'm just like, just get the big chunks and
That's
yeah, that's a little excessive. Get the big chunks
that,
of things off and put it in the dishwasher. Like it's
that's
fine.
not the point of the dishwasher, because okay, so there's also the debate of like how do you use more water by hand washing or using the dishwasher? If you really think about it, when you're hand washing, unless you're one of those people that are very like careful when they're hand washing and they have like a bowl full of water and like they're using that water to wash the dishes instead of like opening the sink, like the water open, like what do you call it? Why did I
The
forget the name of that?
the
The the
about to
the
call it the
the
quirk.
the water, whatever, running the
Yeah,
water.
there you go.
Let's say like let's call it that. And there's actually like people who waste more water by hand washing than just putting everything on the dishwasher and then letting it do one wash where everything it's clean and
Hmm.
dry and then you just put it away.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
agree 1,000%.
yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously, there are things that are not dishwasher safe, and
yeah,
I can say that I have ruined a couple of mugs that I didn't read the instructions of. So I have
yeah.
like a melted Michael Scott somewhere in there.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, I just got a
um,
new Mario mug, and I was like, that is not because I had bought a Pokemon one from back when I worked at Spencer's. It was a big, nice one too, and I put it in the dishwasher, and it was just completely ruined. And I just
yeah.
went and got this Mario one because chat keeps complaining about my Christmas mug. So I was like, I got a Starbucks one, a real tall one, and I have a Christmas mug. And they're like, dude, it's January. Put the fucking Christmas mug up. So I went and bought a Mario one, and I just hand wash it every time I use it. Uh, but yeah, so I just get the like if you got any like hard clumps or anything stuck to the pan or the plate, get it off. But I mean, yeah, that's so extra. All right, thank you for that, Skylar. We are down to our last one, I believe. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. All right, last one comes from Peace DB. She always gives us good questions. I realize that I have the I realize that I hate the shape. I realize that I hate the shape of a triangle. It's so useless and stupid. What what shape do you hate the most?
What? Why? Is it because I said the cone thing the last time? Is that I feel like they're mocking me a little bit.
P. Stevie's gave us a couple good ones over the last few.
Is this the same one as the cylinder? Like, is this the same person?
No, that was Chibi. I can't remember. I can't remember the other ones P. Stevie had asked. But yeah. All right. Well, I can answer. Okay, I have one. I have a beef with one shape. I guess if I have to have a beef, I don't like rectangles.
Why?
I think that they really do feel pointless. Like I don't know how a triangle is useless, but a rectangle is just kind of like we have squares. It's like what would you rather have in the shape of a rectangle that you could just like if I get an Amazon package, I would rather the package just be a cube squared box. Like why would it like a long rectangular box is just why? Like it's just so weird.
All right, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Where are you looking at the screen right now?
It's rectangular. I hate it. It should be
mean?
squared.
No. No, there's not enough information in a square.
It just or pick one or the other. I'm fine with a rectangle if we get rid of the square, but it's just like, wait, you're not good enough to be a full
Why? Because
rectangle.
it's so square. Oh my god, it's so square.
Yeah, it's just like be one or the other. Like we don't need both. One of y'all have to go. A square is just a half a rectangle, so one of y'all need to go. It's too much.
I'm sorry. I feel like my rational mind is not letting me answer this. Like honestly, I cannot answer this.
There's got to be a shape you think is dumb. What about the shape of a stop sign? Was that an octagon? I feel like it only exists for a stop sign. Just make the stop sign a circle. We can get octagon out of here.
I think they're all necessary.
I need to find one good reason why an octagon exists. Other like a stop sign is not good enough reason for me.
Why do octagons exist?
We're never gonna have a Junk Mail Tuesday anymore because she keeps googling all the answers. Everybody's just gonna Google it. They're not gonna have any more questions for us.
No, I really just want to know what the reasoning is behind it. But
no.
Okay, so this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't shapes supposed to be actually representations of what already exists in nature?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to anything in school.
So technically, everything is necessary unless you want imbalance, which we are already imbalanced.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
also with the octagon, you can make a circle. See, not useless. Also, I'm seeing a lot of math here. I'm very confused. I'm trying to think of a shape.
That's my life story. Math here, I'm confused. That was my whole high school story.
Like nobody can say that a circle. I mean, I'm sure somebody will say, "I hate circles." Why? Because they're so circles.
They're very necessary.
Round. They are so round.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank in this one. It's very hard for me to choose one. I feel like my rational mind is not letting me.
I don't know what a hectagon looks like, but what about a hectagon?
Isn't that
I don't remember what that shit was.
Sure, let's go with hectagon.
Okay,
Why
we'll get
not?
a hectagon out of here. I feel like we gave y'all two because I kind of stand by octagon is like all I can think of is a stop sign. I don't know what else.
Why wouldn't you? Oh my god, the octagon, a freaking honeycomb. No, we cannot get rid of a hectagon.
A honeycomb is hectagon?
I think so.
Maybe we get rid of the cylinder. Nobody knows how many holes it has anyways.
Isn't this a cylinder?
It is.
See, it's rough. I guess the only thing... No, I see a triangle here. Damn. Um, I think.
Okay, well, just to have an answer, I'm gonna stick with rectangle or octagon. Those would be my two for you.
I don't have an answer.
Or
I'm gonna say the human shape.
the human race, get us all the fuck out of here, please. I agree.
The
All
shape,
right,
the shape. Just the shape of it.
all right, fine, just the shape.
Fine.
And all the idiots. You take them along too.
I mean, that's why we have my video game, right?
Yes, very true. Yes. The human race will be saved when Pink Radiohead goes back in time and puts an end to fucking Teddy Roosevelt.
To everything.
I don't know if it was
I
problematic.
will be
I just
president.
assumed. Yeah. I don't know who was problematic. I just assumed they all were. It's just Teddy Roosevelt, fuck him. I don't know what he did. He was probably problematic.
There was I was gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm just continue.
What you gonna say? There was a current one?
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
okay,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, there is a current one in Florida that sucks.
Yes, I've heard. I have heard. Good luck with that
But
guy.
this is not. We're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, no,
We're just gonna
yes,
stare.
we're gonna exit out before Pink Radiohead has a rough time with the fan bases. No, all our fan base is cool. So I mean, look.
Yeah, I don't think you would like this guy, this Florida man. No,
No,
I don't think so.
I've heard of them.
And if you do, you are wrong.
Yeah, yes,
Bye.
yes. Bye. We don't kick it with those people, anyways. Well, we covered a lot of controversial topics today, which was not.
The fuck happened? And also, we used the F word 3 times, by the way. I counted it.
We did, which is also bad because they're not going to monetize our video. So, but you know what? It'll be fine.
Just go.
YouTube's going to cancel us.
You just say, I do not like your opinion.
Yes, or your F words. Well, Pink Radiohead, it was fun to have you back. I'm glad you're back from Seattle. The people missed you, and the numbers always show that. And yeah, do we have anything we should be looking forward to from you other than you were streaming? Well, by the time y'all hear this, it was Sunday. I got to pop in for a little bit and see Tears of the Kingdom. Uh,
Yeah, I
any
did
other
stream.
Twitch plans, or just kind of just whenever you?
Well, Thursday we're doing DVD, right? And I don't know when is my next stream. Besides that, no,
Yep.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to have a schedule on it. I'm sorry. I'm figuring out a lot of stuff in my life right
That's
now. So
completely fair. I
yeah,
am too. I'm scheduling
yeah,
things around a lot of self-help stuff. So I just kind of been like, all right, taking some time off. But if I'm feeling it, then I'm gonna stream something and just kind of quit putting up a schedule in the Discord too. Just kind of like, guys, when I'm feeling me, we'll do something. So I mean, sometimes that happens. You just gotta go with the flow, and that's why y'all should just go follow Pink Radiohead. So when she does go live randomly out of fucking nowhere, like she did yesterday, I was sitting there just what was that? Oh, I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, and my phone lit up, and I looked over. I was like, Pink Radiohead went live. What the fuck? Like, let me finish this episode. I'll go see what's up. But
yeah.
nice. Well, we will see y'all on Thursday night. If you're gonna go to the Twitches, we'll both be live Thursday night playing DBD. If you're not gonna be able to make that, the VOD will be up on Friday on the YouTube page. And if you're not seeing any of that, we'll catch you back here next Tuesday for more Junk Mail Tuesday. She's Pink Radiohead. I'm Anthony Streams. Go get her new game when it comes out in 2024. It'll be Game of the Year. And we will see you guys next week. Positive vibes and love yourself. I don't know what that was. Okay, bye.